Hello world and welcome to my world. Are we live? I hope that it's working. First Dave, hello, welcome. Okay, I apologize. Nemanja, hi. I have to keep my sunglasses most of the time on now because it's the brightness everywhere. It's just way too bright. So I'm now going to be, so this is part of Little Deb's creative crew. It's the art block in time. Oh, Mark as well joining us. Welcome, Nemanja and Mark and everyone. And Dharavan, that's the town in India, right? Good morning, Mike. Welcome. Rester, hello, chance taker. Yeah, so and thank you so much for inviting Mark. Mark is awesome scoper from UK. Sunset, sunrises, the beautiful atmosphere. Hola, buenos dias. Hello, good morning, Alan. Hi. Our time, exactly, a little bit. Although it's a super bright, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. And I have a desperate news as well. My piano broke just this morning. I was thinking that I was going to mix this, both piano and painting, but the pedal is gone. The weather today is just way too warm. It's more than 20 degrees. It's crazy. I know. So the pedal broke, and then I was already organizing with the courier service to bring the piano to the Yamaha Center for service. And because it's in the warranty, it was actually bought last year in May, this model, and I wasn't expecting it to be breaking so soon, especially because I wasn't practicing that much. Like I was just using it barely 1 hour per day, and when scoping, so that's just too little for that kind of class. There is a sunstorm on Earth, all sorts of rays. Oh, that's a great. Yeah, I think I saw something actually. Yeah, maybe that's why my eyes are super sensitive. Nemanja, yeah, I was reading about that in relation to the solar flares in. Like the Aurora Borealis. Deb, welcome. Thanks for joining. Aurora Borealis now, I think it's more vivid and it's more south. Exactly, it's a Perry party on a Little Deb's creative crew. Thank you so much for organizing this and also putting all the artists together and the musicians on Thursday. So anyway, today is just purely painting on the balcony, which is maybe a good thing because I want to make a progress with this pieces actually. Exactly. Thank you so much, and also for all the support and actually diligence and consistency for such a long time. Okay, so let's see now what are we going to be working on. It's a super blue sky, so we want to capture the now in the painting. Your Arctic gene is giving you eye sense for our autism behavior of our magnetic field, but I have. Do you recognize the Teuton sorted properly? Yeah, I have a protective thing in here. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Please also share and connect here. I have a protective necklace. Joking. Okay, so let's see now what are we going to be working on. So we need to digitalize the clouds. Teuton eye. Yeah, maybe that one. Maybe we could call that. Speaking of eyes, I'm doing the alternative medicine on the street cat, which I saved. Those shades, thank you so much. Yeah, these are the inside shades. I have the reflective one, which are from the outside, which makes me invisible, actually. You know, if we had some kind of clothes that's always that would be awesome. Imagine if we were dressed in this kind of a reflective metallic clothes, if that becomes a thing in fashion. Hi. Danny, welcome. Thanks for joining. So happy. Thank you. Which is actually an opposite of how I feel because of my piano and the pedal broken. Although it's maybe not a bad thing because the keys started to click too soon. Teuta fought Romans with that weapon and destroyed the entire fleet with this mystic weapon. Exactly. Who knows what kind of events, cause, and consequence that happened. Hi Jorge, welcome. That actually happened that decided the empires the way they were. I think oftentimes it was just a small event throughout the history that would be tipping point for something, you know, that the history didn't take this road or another. Anyway, let's go now into the blue. I want to now work on the outside, on the surrounding. I need to reconcile with the blue color, which is going to be a shade, which is going to be the most dominant in here. And then also we want to work on this to make it more alive. So now the first thing is, I think maybe we'll change. By the way, do you hear the rooster? 100 years war, and finally Romans paid tributarium to people who betrayed her. Exactly. My God, about the betraying, there is so much about that throughout the history. It's amazing. And then you don't even know whether it was, for good or for bad, because sometimes it's necessary. So, but anyway, that's maybe for some other scope when we are discussing about the historical events. Speaking of which, I need to read a lot about Netherlands and Amsterdam, because I'm going there about a week from now. And I need to get myself familiarized. Thank you. Yes, it's very inspiring. So we need to share that inspiration with the world. To get the blue first. Plenty of this. Yeah, I need to make a movement of the anti-clockwise, the opposite of what seems to be a natural way. I think this also. Never mind is which aspect is never mind? Wow, it's so bright. I don't know why is it so bright. Betrays so human and thorough history is so common behavior all nation fights. I know exactly, because we have all this idealism. So let's see. Throughout history, it's so common behavior that it was somewhat normal. That's what Francis Bacon, one of the 20th century major painters, said, that actually the existence on this earth is very violent. From the moment we are born onwards, almost so many aspects we have to deal with this body are actually quite violent. One moment, I actually have to get some water as well. No clue where did I put the container for the water. Greg, thank you so much for joining me. Great, thank you. Greg, I was thinking a lot about that, and probably neither of us would exist if our ancestors were like us. In which sense the ancestors were like us? Yeah, I know exactly. Actually, I know what you mean. But then also how, the societal norms, how they are forming. And in 21st century, there is so much more diversity and kind of a freedom compared to before. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. By the way, I was also checking the weather for the Amsterdam next week. It seems to be very low weather, so I need to go back into the winter again. Which is a strange thing, because now in here I'm kind of used to almost I'm considering the swim. And then it's going to be 10 and 5 or 2 even minimum, and 10 maximum, which is crazy. Okay, let's just get... Okay, I've definitely lost one of the containers for the water. I think I'll put them here. I need another table as well, so that I'm not back and forth through this. So, thank you. Yeah, so these two I'm now... Oh no, we have a pollen. Oh my God, the pollen just fell on this. How are we going to... This is going to be a pollen-influenced painting. How am I going to remove this? Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. We have some pieces of nature. Okay. I wish now tourist souvenir shop in Bay with a t-shirt. Oh, no. Please, never, not those vision. Bonjour. Sorry, I don't speak that much French. Sorry. Okay, well, that much French, maybe I know. So for a moment, let's do a bit of Привет. Okay, now let's do the sky. Let's go. Let's launch into the sky. Maybe I would like to see the detail. Okay, absolutely. So this is the this in work. So that's the one we've been working on yesterday and also last week for about an hour. And I don't know how close up you want to see it. So it's going to go into those clouds need to get into the digitalization, and this we've been also working on for a while. My first language is Serbo-Croatian, the language that Yugoslavia was speaking in. Yeah, I don't speak Russian either. So anyway, okay, so now let's go into this. Let's go into this, I think, from this point. I need to angularize that aspect. We can sell small stone remains of her floor. Oh, my God, that's a monstrous idea, Nemanja. I hope it never realizes. Keep it to yourself now. Immediately neutralize it with "I didn't mean it." Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we're just working on this. Actually, I believe that the internet gives us the opportunity to open source. So I just want to work on the sky today. We are going to, actually I need these. Sorry, it's not so personal when I'm talking to you because of the glasses, but it's just way too bright. We need to valorize. We definitely not through money, because there are so many ways to valorize something. It's called the blind. Sunstorm is too dangerous. I think it's also the fact that the sun is fairly low. So I'm seeing it in such a way. So what I'm going to be doing now is I just want to do the edge. And as for the style, it's always about the I'm always concerned about these glasses. Will the painting turn out into something completely different? I'll scroll back as to the comments. But I would love to know, what do you see when you see these pieces? Because when it comes to the abstract, or in this case, there are some elements of figurative. Actually, they are the reflection of your own imagination as much as mine. And that's what future is. The viewer becomes the creator. Yes, also exactly. I just had sorry about the funeral, Greg. And I see you. Thank you. I'm sorry about the funeral. Yeah, that seems to be so equally important in life. And I mean, it's the two directions, right? And I don't know why our civilization is always so focused on the birth, celebrating the birth, but it's actually in the same direction. It's actually just the opposite direction, but the same thing happening with the opposite. So anyway, let's just get a bit more crystallizing of the blueness in here. Okay, I'm feeling the flow. How does the temperature affect the, oh sorry, this is so bright, working time of your paint. Yeah, it's actually affecting, it's making me create very fast. It's a part of how, I know exactly, it's part of life. One day in the future, I actually have to open this because it's gone extra dark in here as well. In the future, art will be forbidden and a war term will be replaced for the art. I don't think that art could ever be forbidden. Happiness surrounded with sun. Thank you so much. Although I am not so sure today because of the piano, but actually, are we in the shade? Okay, maybe now it's in the shade. I don't know. Okay, so. I'm going to leave some aspect of this kind of rough, but I want to digitalize the clouds. I want to upload everything into the cloud to make the cloud conscious. That's the whole idea, because this cloud starts like something realistic, as if it could exist, and then it turns into something that's quite, there's going to be a lot of events, a lot of things going on in here. But now I also think that, yeah, I need also to work in here a little bit in some aspect, because this one is very, very inspired. This one, the lower one that I'm working on right now, is reflection of Baber's Piano Sonata. Those echoes, Neman is still with us, those echoes of the ghosts, you know, coming in and exploring the areas. I actually transcribed in here in the visual form. I need to also work on them quite a bit. It's quite an interesting process, because sometimes I'm thinking about the beginning, some of my previous collections, and then how it reflects painting. Sorry, do I have a bonus? It has become an underground. Do you have a painting with these mountains on the background? Yes, I actually have, Greg. One of the paintings is pretty much a reflection of the mountains, but then also there is some of you. But it's not actually, Neman is just joking. He's thinking more in the context of how culture is kind of suppressed. There is a lot of kitsch stuff going on, a lot of, let's put it, turbo folk is what they call it. Hi, Impulse and Meg, great to see you. How can you paint in those glasses? Blinky Bill, that's the same question I'm asking myself. And also whether the colors will be different shade once I remove the glasses. It's just way too bright. I should have gone somewhere in nature or else inside. But anyway, I'll have to test the boundaries. Those castries, they consider or as a sub-life form in their eyes. Sorry, what do you mean? The roofs are cat streets? What do you mean? I'm well, thank you. How are you? Is that Ahmed? Welcome. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what you mean about the cat roofs. But yeah, it's a good point about me turning this painting into a mess because of which reminds me now we need some blood. We need some blood in that painting. Actually, in both of them, but it's not going to be as prominent in the other one. It's interesting, in my previous collection, I was using quite a lot of earthly colors. Greg, thanks for the super heart. I appreciate it. Okay, he's from Brussels. Oh, fantastic. I have some great, actually even Greg in here was the mountain, the ones behind. I don't know the names actually. I don't know all of the names. There are quite a number of mountains around. So the Brussels, I have a wonderful friends beside Greg in here. Also in Belgium, it's one of my favorite places. Beautiful country and beautiful history and beautiful feel. First of all, the people are very laid back, relaxed. Thank you. So let's just get on a bit more of the bluishness in here. Thank you. Okay. Let's get... We got this burgundy color now. It's very nice, you know. And the other thing also, when I'm thinking about internet and the connections, internet is actually there to remove the middleman. And is there any similarity between toponyms Brussels and Brass in Serbia? I don't know what that means. Again, Brussels and Brass in Serbia. What's Brass in Serbia? What reminds me slightly of Marc Chagall. Marc Chagall was actually in my mind when I was thinking about this. Actually, you know, those floating creatures. I'm so glad you brought it up. He's also one of my favorite painters, and then also. Yeah, the Magritte as well. Magritte is also in my mind. Now we are speaking about Belgium. Magritte, the surrealist king, or I don't know, the master of surrealism. So anyway, let's go into it a little bit. But then this lower one, that's kind of Kandinskian. There is a bit of Kandinsky decentralization, destructuralizing, if there is a word like that. Or maybe we can valorize the word destructuralizing. Nemanja, can we create a word destructuralizing while my paintings are being destructuralized by the wind? You see how everything is connected? There's absolutely nothing that operates on its own, even when I come up with the words. Hi, Asil. A lot of Flemish paint. I'm also looking forward to the Van Gogh Museum. I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of time in there. The movement, and yeah, it's actually Flemish. This is a Netherlands acrylic that I have in here that I'm working with. The movement you create in your work and some of the shapes are what reminds me. Thank you so much. That's very nice. I don't do it really consciously, but I am influenced by Chagall and all of that. So I know exactly, Meg. Yes, I see you playing piano, now painting. Now you won't be seeing me playing the piano the following few days until I go to the museum. Maybe in there I can share with you more. She flipped like verse in action film. Can you repeat the question? Yeah, you are from Forest. Lovely. So the question was, can we valorize the world, what was the word? Destructuralizing? Something like that. Okay, now that one is completely out of the question. Yes, thank you. Bruce Lee action painting. Yes, exactly. Bruce Lee, I should do all of those moves. Okay. Yeah, with the wind. I need to do those moves against the wind. By the way, can you even see everything? You see I have this strange parasol kind of situation. This painting, I want to be more of the analysis. Okay, more white. Brass. That's what you were talking about in relation to brass. Exactly, the association model. Thank you. Okay, more whiteness now. Next time I'm sharing at this time. Yeah, I sell my paintings kind of minimalistic. I sometimes get attached to them because I write the whole piece about it as well. Blue are your favorite colors, really. Thank you so much for inviting everyone. Please share and also connect. I think that there is a connection between Bruce. Bruce. Okay. My Instagram is IdeasRex. It's the same across all social media. It's always the same thing. So. Just walking up here, always happy. Thank you so much, Meg. Great to see you as well joining me. Thank you. Okay, now I'm just preparing a bit more of the whiteness. Oh, now look at that shade, it's so beautiful. Okay, now let's work on that because I need to kind of make a bit more of the depth. More of a depth in here. Jean-Claude, that is so special, which he designed. My God, they always go into the fashion industry, isn't it? That's quite interesting. Always go into the fashion. Ah, the children there, these neighbors, I was just waving at them. You hear voices, yes, because it's the neighbors who's just coming over. They're speaking Serbo-Croatian. That's the language, the local language. Although they call it Montenegrin now since the breakup of Yugoslavia. That when he was watching a box fight with Vladimir, and I have no clue who is the kickbox fight. I'm zero at sports when it comes to the information, so I wouldn't really know about that. But it's good association methods. Okay, so it's actually there is a bit of dynamism in here. He was watching. Okay, thank you. Yeah, now let's just work a little bit more on this because I want these two paintings to be connected in terms of color coordination, but I want them structurally to be completely different. Okay, I think that I'm really melting in here now. Teach me hello and goodbye in Montenegro. Okay, so hello would no didi no fun. I know it's true. School children greetings in many languages. That's a great teacher. That can show joy and enthusiasm. Oh yeah, exactly. Call me Jimbo. Hello. Okay, so about hello and goodbye. So hello is zdravo and goodbye is do viđenja. I don't know if it's easy to pronounce. Do viđenja is goodbye or also ciao. Sometimes it's universal. But zdravo is the silence of Montenegro. Thank you. Zdravo, oh, exactly. Okay, I'm really melting in here, so I'm just wondering, should I stop this scope? What's the time? One moment. kind of very thank you so much, Hagsback. His most used in Montenegro. No, it's opposite. Nemanja, don't listen to Nemanja. Nemanja, zdravo bio. That's a good point, actually. No, sorry. Zdravo as well. You can say as well as a greeting, but zdravo bio, it has to have this good health to you, kind of. How hot is it? It's more than 20 degrees, but because the sun. Živia is cheers. Now, actually, Nemanja is coming up with the words much faster than I, actually, when it comes to, I'm not the languages person. So it's more than 20, but the point is that it's just too bright for me and I can barely see you because I don't know what's going on. Maybe this, sun is just conspiring against me. So maybe I'll have to be finishing this now. And maybe I'll scope later. I'll see, depends on this delivery of the piano. And my day is kind of messed up because of all of that thing. I definitely didn't plan to be working on that, but I managed to kind of organize. I still have to do some stuff. It's not so easy. The leaf structure pointing up, giving me a sense, directed purpose. Oh, I love that. The leaf structures. The leaf structures in here. Yes. So now let me tell you a little bit before I close this. My vision behind this painting is about digitalizing everything and about making, like embedding intelligence into the objects. It's only 1 degree for me and no sun. Okay, Greg, well, I mean, I can understand that, but hopefully I bring some sun from here now because it would be nice if we had some balance. I'm imagining a tourist saying just to someone over there, it would be great. I agree with you as well, Nemanja. There are all of these words, that are kind of neglected, the terms, the anti-clockwise concept. So, yes, so it's the concept, we start from regular clouds that are kind of a natural occurrence as our Earth is circling around the sun and has all of these effects going on. And then they are moving into the opposite direction of the clock because our intelligence can move in any. That's what intelligence is, the freedom, right? To choose a little bit. Exactly. That's exactly the point. Hi. So, and then it's moving there, and then the clouds are becoming something that has its own consciousness, something that's actually intelligent, something that's embedded with AI. And there is a lot of analogy to our uploading to the clouds. Maybe in the future we might be uploading also the consciousness. I have been amazing, Chad. Thank you so much. Yeah. No, I mean, it's about the outlook of life. Like my paintings are always about this kind of concept. It's very important for me because it is as if I'm instilling the meaning in every one of those lines. So anyway, it's really kind of too bright for me right now. Maybe I'll just put a little bit more maybe in here. I just remembered. Okay. Yeah. So I think that now I'll definitely have to be Internet of Things, smart. Exactly. Yes, that's the whole point. That's a great. As well, that's what I was thinking, but also like eventually we now have that, like these phones, they're ubiquitous, they are so multi-purposes. Hello, welcome, doctor, hello. But also what we are going to be having is that Internet of Things, we are going to be putting the intelligence into all of these devices. So for instance, that parasol will probably be observing, and maybe we'll have drones flying around us like bugs. Maybe the drones will replace all the bees that are tragically disappearing. Smart light bulbs, exactly. A smart light bulb as well for the phone is, good morning, hello Wesley. And thanks so much for sharing. Everyone, please also share and connect. By the way, my phone is burning, and that's maybe why the light has gone way down. It's very difficult for me to read. And so I'll have to now finish the scope. So I might tune in later if I decide to de-stress myself with nature. Although I did make a pact yesterday that I'm going to be a phlegmatic person. So Costa Rica, thank you so much for joining us. So anyway, have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Great ideas. Really? Well, then we should maybe think about that more. Yeah, because I think that at that level is where we are really shaping the civilization at the level of children. And then later it's just a question of the of the common sense, right? That we have to learn, and the filters. Thank you so much. They are real, because the mountains are, this is actually on the balcony, and the sun is affecting me a bit too much today. See you later. Absolutely, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So I'm just now finishing this, if I can even press the, okay, bye-bye.